So I had this question about frustration
Yeah.
and about Tetris.
And
You
about what,
mentioned
sorry?
and about Tetris. You said
Tetris, yeah.
you are getting frustrated when your boyfriend is beating you, despite the
Well,
fact that you
I
seem to
don't,
be better
yeah, I
at
don't know. I
Tetris.
don't know. I don't know if it is frustration, the feeling.
So it's some kind of raw energy, right?
Um, it's this energy that I want to win.
Oh,
I don't know if it's exactly frustration, that feeling.
yeah,
I can just have a little look and see if you want me to see what feeling it is. It's kind of like a playful energy as well. Like it's like the joy of playing a game, when the game of wanting to win a game and the joy of the competition. It's not, I don't actually really feel angry with him. Like we're giggling in hysterics at the same time because it's so funny because I think I should be winning. And
yeah,
he thinks it's very funny that I think that I should be winning. Because
that's
he,
nice.
yeah, but it is a like raw feeling. It's like that raw feeling of competition of like, I want to win, like it's the raw feeling of what motivates us to say run a marathon or spend ages on Tetris when your hand can't barely move.
Yeah, that's the difference between passion and suffering.
Yeah. But
That
it's still there, and that's important. That we need all human feelings. In Chinese medicine, um, anger is a positive feeling. The wood, so it's wood and fire coming together, and it's really important to have this. It creates heat, which creates action. You know, the motivation, we're so lucky in our lives. Our lives are so easy in some regards with food.
yeah,
If we didn't
yeah,
have supermarkets that provide food, it's actually hard providing your own food. You have to have these instincts which makes you a warrior to fight for your food. In if we didn't have supermarkets and money and we all had to go out and hunt for our food and grow our own vegetables. I don't know if you've ever attempted to grow your own vegetables, but it's difficult.
yeah. It is difficult. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
I used to do it in Australia, and Australia, where I lived, is maybe quite a hard environment because it was clay. But I used to battle because I was trying to do it organic as well against insects and birds and all different, and heat and watering and funguses, all different types
Yeah,
of things.
it must be really hard in Australia. It's much easier in Poland.
Oh yeah,
My
maybe
my
Poland's
fam
easier.
my family is making their own food in a way.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of will, and that's not that doesn't just come from a feeling of just one feeling of peace or something. You have to have all different types of feelings to be motivated to do something like that.
Hmm.
Yes, what
So
was
I
it? But what was your question about frustration?
yeah, I wanted to ask if it is some kind of movement of suffering, but now I know that it isn't.
I don't. It's so hard when you get to these fine details of it, but it's to me suffering is taking things personally. It's not the actual feelings of pain. Like the feelings of pain are
Yeah,
very human.
I sensed from you some kind of passion more than frustration, I
Yeah,
guess.
but I can feel frustrated. Like, if I'm not a mother, but I know with just looking after a dog, sometimes it can be frustrating. You
Oh
sort
yes,
of
yes.
like, and a mother, I can imagine it's a lot more intense. Like I can. So say if we're out walking and it's raining and the dog's rolled in mud and poo, and then you get them back to the house and you manage to dry them, and then they run outside and they roll in poo and they roll in mud, and then they run inside and they roll on the floor and there's mud and there's poo all around the floor, and all these sorts of things. There can be a feeling of frustration. This is superhuman. This is we want to imagine this peace because we don't want to feel. We're afraid of feeling frustration. We're afraid of feeling anger. We're afraid of feeling sadness. We're afraid of feeling moments of despair. But this
Yes,
is this is human. This is the freedom, the feelings, whatever you are feeling. And the person's like, yeah, but I want to be enlightened and I want enlightened to look a certain way. And then I can show everyone I'm enlightened and I'm peaceful and I can be clean and I can have it one way. And the part of being human is the chaos of being human, the chaos of being alive. And we're so afraid of that on the human level. And it's like the absolute embracing and the ripping open of your heart to all experiences, because you're not going to get out of this life, enlightened or not, with having a variety of experiences. You can't escape this, because life is growth and life is destruction.
Yeah, I have been seeing recently that if I am just present with given emotion, then it isn't that scary when I feel it. When I just feel that raw energy, it's not nearly as bad as when mind is involved and ego.
And the reason why it's so uncomfortable, our feelings, is because we spend at least 20 years. So with you, I can tell from your voice that you're quite young. So
Yes.
I can't see you, but I can tell from the voice. So you've spent at least 20 years growing up being told that emotions aren't acceptable, and you've been suppressing your emotions, and this builds up a big like barrier between difficult feelings and yourself. And then there creates this mental activity that's really thinks that these feelings are danger, these feelings are going to kill you, these feelings are going to overwhelm you, these feelings are inappropriate and bad. And then you get into this subject, and then you begin to feel again, and they're overwhelming, and again you think, okay, enlightenment means none of these feelings, and I've got to push them away again. And then life hits you over the head a couple more times, and then you're like, okay, I'll feel. Jesus Christ, if you want me to feel, I'll feel. You can't escape it.
Yes, and it's much easier when you just feel.
Yeah. And you feel afraid, and you just let that fear be there, rather than, I mustn't feel fear, I'm bad for feeling fear, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault, I'm going to build a castle when I get home so I never experience fear again, I'm going to build this and I'm going to build that, and then I'll never have fear. And then if you just surrender to this and surrender to those feelings, then you can feel the fear, you can feel the chaos, you can feel the feeling that wants to avoid all those things, and there it is. You're in the present, you're in yourself, you're in life. The other is in imagination of what you want to be, what you should be, what enlightenment looks like, or what this looks like, or what you want your life to look like, whereas this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It's nice to be able to see you.
Yeah, I turned on my camera.
Yeah.
So it brings me to the question, is life effortless for you, even in effort?
Is what? Is life effort? Yeah. Even in effort, that's the point. Life is effortless for me, even with effort.
Yeah, because I'm noticing that the more present I am with my feelings and emotions, the more I realize that life can be just effortless, that I am a robot, basically. Everything is happening by itself.
And it's more that energy sees that you are this alive being that's present. The more that there is this movement to this freedom in every situation. So the body might have to put loads of effort into something, but there's a part of you or your essence is absolutely free and not doing anything and not affected. And the body might be going through hard work and pain, but you, who you truly are, is never affected. It's free of all the things of life. It is. Your suffering comes with time on the human level, with your imagination of yourself in time and your imagination of escaping time.
Yes, it's almost like what I am is watching a screen, and on that screen there is life. Like there is no effort needed. I mean, I feel still a lot of effort, of course, but less and less as I go on. And as I go on, I am more efficient with less effort. So I see how ultimately life can be effortless. And I think will be.
Yeah. And just come aware of what your thoughts say unconsciously. If something is becoming really too much for the person, like draining, and you're feeling exhausted, there's more than likely failure thoughts going on unconsciously. So the thoughts are coming up saying that you're going to fail at this activity, that you won't do it well, that there's something wrong with you, and you're not conscious of it, and that's what creates the exhaustion. A lot of people in the West feel like this. They feel like they're going to fail even before they begin.
Yeah.
That produces good workers. Well, not really, but it produces a good amount of control over people because we're all educated in groups. The teacher's priority is controlling the group. And so unconsciously they're disabling their students in order to control them. It's the same as what the parents are often doing.
Yeah, I can see those patterns. Yeah.
And so just become aware of that and just give it some space to express itself and see that it's not true and that who you are is presence. You're not those thoughts, but allow them to come into consciousness. The more you become conscious of it, the more it will dissolve those untrue thoughts.
Yeah, they often come out as tears.
Yeah.
And yeah, especially then I try to be just present because then thoughts arise a lot and stories arise.
Yeah.
In that time.
That compulsive thinking and those stories come from unconscious thinking and the attempt to escape it.
Yeah.
And those unconscious thoughts have manifested as feelings in your body. Like tension, tight back. You hold it in your body.
Even right now I can feel energy of stress going through my body.
Do you feel like I'm judging you?
No.
Are you judging yourself?
Nope, I don't think so. It's more of a stress of coming into contact with other human being.
So
and being honest.
Being honest. So you must be projecting that I'm judging you or you're judging you. There's something that's telling you that you're not worthy of this communication.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
You're absolutely worthy. How does that feel if I say that to you? That everything that you are right now with me is absolute perfection.
Feels good.
It does? Nice. You are. That's you becoming more in balance with yourself when you say it feels good, because you're out of balance because there's a story running saying there's something wrong with you or there's something not enough about it, and you're absolutely enough, whatever you bring to the table. And then as you begin to feel that, then you just begin to settle into this moment and presence comes about. And everything that you've done or that you've been that you think is unworthy about you is not here now. You are now this. This is fresh. This is who you are. This infinite space, which everything's being created in and is.
Yeah, it's very clear. Especially recently. And I've been sitting with myself every day for 2, even 3 hours. And every time I leave this meditation, I feel different, like visual sensations and hearing sensations. Everything feels a little bit different. Sometimes even slower, like there's more peace in it.
Yeah.
And I won't stop, this meditation, because I realized recently how important it is to stop for a few hours and just be, just feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes even stress comes up and fear when I sit, that I sometimes can't even breathe properly. And then usually after this kind of stress, relaxation happens, and then.
And do you have an awareness of what the stress is? Sorry, Khaleesi, do you have an awareness of what the stress is and the fear is related to?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
You can also do it in future meditations. It's just to sort of put your attention in the fear and just ask it, what am I afraid of? What's the worst thing that can happen?
It seems to be just a very general fear of losing control.
Yeah. Have you had periods in your life where you felt really out of control?
Oh, of course, my entire childhood basically, and the rest of my life, to be honest. I've been regaining control, or let's say I've been healing for past 10 years, but serious healing was happening for like past 6 months only, so before then my life was pretty hopeless and powerless.
Yeah, that's beautiful that change is happening. And the most important key to it is presence, is seeing that you're free here. You're not somebody that's victim or out of control, because here control and no control exist. Right here, it's free of both of those. And now on the human level, you have to become more and more a feeling of being in control, because a body that feels out of control, is going to be in chaos and a lot of painful sensations. So it's like you've got to regain that masculine part of you that feels like it's in control and can control its environment. And that is conditioned to you. That's conditioned from your situation. Like it's something that happened in the past.
It kind of comes together when when I regain control on an emotional level, when I am more and more present, then I find myself making better choices in my life.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It comes hand in hand, as far as I can see.
And then you can kind of see why people talk about the law of attraction, because when you become more balanced, then you're making more wise choices. So your life is becoming more balanced. It doesn't mean that life won't hit you at some point with out of control things, because that's part of life. But if you're feeling out of control, then you'll just keep picking things that are out of control to you. You'll keep in that energy. So you can kind of see, it's not the law of attraction is true, but you can see how it works. The one comes in, your life isn't reflecting to you that chaos so much.
Yeah, it shows because, for example, 1 month ago, I wouldn't be able to make this call and to talk with you. I would be too stressed and blocked, and now I'm capable to talk with you. It's only getting better.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for calling in and being so vulnerable. I think people will be super grateful that you allowed that to be shared with others.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you for all the live streams.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh, I send you lots of love.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, that's super nice to hear.